LaFleur, straight up.
What's up, you guys? It's your boy DevonDude here, hitting y'all up with a new video. And today is another Dragon Ball Z topic discussion on the androids. In this video, I'm going to discuss the different categories of androids and what androids fall under each category. I'll also be discussing what discrepancies I have with some of the androids and their category that they're in. Now, there are 3 different categories of androids and then 2 subcategories in which androids can fall under. Now, the 3 main categories are cyborgs, the artificial androids, and the bio androids. Now, the 2 subcategories are only prevalent with the artificial androids and the cyborgs. They can either be unlimited energy source models or energy absorbing models. Now that we know what the group of androids are, let's talk about the specifics of each group and what androids are included. Let's talk about the most common and the first form of androids we ever see, the artificial androids. The artificial androids group consists of androids 1 through 7, 9 through 16, and then 19. Now notice I didn't say Android 8, and that's a discrepancy I want to talk about later on in this video. Despite not having ever seen the androids 1 through 7, 9, 10, and 12, it can be implied that they were all artificial considering the fact that Android 13, 14, and 15 were. Even though the only appearance androids 13, 14, 15 have made were in a movie and making it not canon, the Daisenju states that all of them had one problem or another, but androids 13, 14, and 15 were pretty close to final android form. Now this pretty much implies that they did exist even though they didn't make an appearance in the manga or the anime. So like most regular robots, these artificial androids don't require any type of food or water. Artificial androids can either be unlimited energy source models or energy absorption models. The only artificial android with the energy absorption characteristic would be Android 19. He is the only android besides perhaps himself and Cell to be considered by Dr. Zero to be a success. We see him absorb energy using 2 red circles on both of his hands. According to Android 18, Dr. Zero must have made Android 19 an energy absorbing model because they're easy to control. This is believable considering how much stronger Android 17 and 18 are compared to them. The artificial androids that have unlimited energy sources would be 13, 14, 15, and 16. When I say they have unlimited energy, I don't mean they have as much energy as they want, but I mean they never lose energy. Each of the androids have a set power level and the amount of energy they have never decreases because of the unlimited energy source. This could be a drawback because they can never increase their power levels through training because they are artificial androids. Now let's talk about the cyborgs. Now this group consists of Android 17, 18, and 20, and possibly Android 8. Now a cyborg is defined as, according to the dictionary, as a person whose body contains mechanical or electrical devices and whose abilities are greater than the abilities of normal humans. Now this sounds pretty accurate to what an android is, right? I mean, look at Android 17, 18, and 20. Now, if you don't understand what this means, cyborgs are basically human beings who have been altered with mechanical stuff, making them stronger. Now, cyborgs can also fall under the same subcategories that the artificial androids can. Both Android 17 and 18 are unlimited energy source models, while Dr. Zero was an energy absorption model. Because they are still partially human, they can increase their power levels through training. Had 18 regularly trained, she could have been a very useful ally to the Z Fighters considering she doesn't lose energy. She could just keep giving Goku, Gohan, or whoever is fighting more energy without ever feeling fatigued or passing out like the Z Fighters did in most of the movies when they give energy. Based on Dr. Zero's conversation with the androids that I mentioned earlier on in this video, I can't see Dr. Zero ever attempting to create more cyborgs unless he could manage to remove their free will and human emotions had he lived. Before I talk about the last category, I want to mention something I noticed about Android 8. So Android 8 was a character in Dragon Ball who had heavy influence from Frankenstein's monster. Now the manner in which Frankenstein's monster was born in popular culture is very similar to how Android 8 is activated in the anime. During the Majin Buu saga, Kid Buu goes totally crazy and destroys the Earth and all of its residents. When Goku charges the Super Spirit Bomb on the Supreme Kai planet, Earth and all of its inhabitants are brought back within the Namekian Dragon Balls. Vegeta, Goku, and Mr. Satan all ask for the people of Earth to raise their hands to give energy, and 3 androids make appearances. Both androids 17 and 18 make an appearance, which makes sense because they're both still part human, and it makes sense for them to be revived, of course. But oddly enough, Android 8 also makes an appearance, which creates an array of questions. Is Android 8 also partially human, making him a cyborg? This could be a possibility considering Frankenstein's monster was made up of the body parts of several different people, and Android 8 is influenced by Frankenstein's monster, of course. If this is the case, he'd still be technically human, right? Or is he an artificial android as expected, but is able to be revived? If he is an artificial android, then why wasn't Android 16 revived when the Z Fighters wished for all the Cell's victims to be revived? Let me know what you guys think in the description below. So, on to the last category of androids, the bio-androids. Now this group consists of Cell and his children, the Cell Juniors. They are neither a robotic or human technically. I say technically because Cell is made up of the DNA of the strongest warriors in the universe, and some of those happen to be human. In the manga and the anime, it is for sure that he has cells from Piccolo, Frieza, King Cold, Vegeta, and of course Goku. However, the anime also states that he has cells from Krillin, Gohan, Tien, and Nappa. Along with having the cells of these fighters, Cell also shares many characteristics with them. He shares Vegeta's sense of pride and also feels entitled to be the strongest in the universe like him. He shares Goku's confidence, and he overall shares the Saiyan race's thirst for combat. As far as other characters are concerned, he also has Piccolo's calculating personality and is very ruthless like Frieza. With all of these fighter cells in his body, it makes Cell and his Cell Juniors very formidable opponents because they are capable of doing all of their powerful moves. Whenever he does someone's technique like the Kamehameha or the Special Beam Cannon, characters from afar were able to sense the energy of Goku and Piccolo. With his Saiyan cells, he gains a Zenkai boost through near-death experiences and is able to regenerate limbs at will because of his Namekian cells, just as long as he has at least one cell intact. In the manga, however, he could regenerate as long as the core of his head was intact. Cell was designed to absorb both Android 17 and 18 to achieve his perfect form. We see in his fight against Android 16 that he wasn't able to absorb artificial androids. To gain power so that he was strong enough to absorb Android 17 and 18, Cell absorbs bio-extract from living things like animals and humans. After reaching his perfect form, he is able to reproduce things called Cell Juniors asexually. As far as strength is concerned, the Cell Juniors were on par with Super Saiyan Vegeta and Trunks after going through the hyperbolic time chamber the second time. Now that we got the different types of androids out of the way, let's talk about a few fun facts. According to an interview with Akira Toriyama, Android 16 was based on Dr. Giro's dead son. In the interview, he says that Giro's son was a high-ranked soldier in the Red Ribbon Army but was eventually killed. In honor of him, Dr. Giro created Android 16, who happens to be the strongest out of the androids next to Cell. The interview also says that he purposefully programmed him to be peaceful so that he wouldn't be killed. Let's go back to Android 17 and 18 again. In another interview, Akira Toriyama says that back when they were fully human, their names were Lapis and Lazuli. While looking for new subjects, Dr. Giro luckily found the twins and kidnapped them. He would then turn them into cyborgs. Even though they don't need to eat, they do need to drink, and they also age slowly. This is an inconsistency because at one point, Dr. Giro himself states that they were immortal, so who knows? So that was the video for today, guys. Let me know if there are any topics that you'd like me to discuss, and if it's good, I'll be sure to do it. Thanks, like, share, and subscribe, and deuces!